We are in a conversation with Gbarpolu Senator, Honorable Armah Zolu Jallah, former Senate Pro Tempore of the Liberian Senate. Welcome to this interview, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Armah.
Quite recently, we see mob violence all around the country. A lot of people, the laymen out there, feel that justice is not being dispensed in a fair and practical manner, and so they are taking the law into their hands. What is your own perspective on our legal sector? You think we're proceeding the way we should proceed?
I think it's a rule of law issue. And I believe I have the same concerns that you have. I believe that the law enforcement system need to be proactive to help us in sustaining the peace that we struggle so hard, to earn for this country, to allow the kind of protests we've been seeing, like the recent one, the election commission. I think the Justice Ministry, Liberian National Police, they need to be proactive. They need to put measures in place that will ensure that these kinds of incidents will be minimized, and where it occurs, those that are liable, whether they come from ruling, whether they come from the ruling establishment, whether they come from the opposition, they will have to be fairly punished on the basis of the acts committed. That's what I have to say about this. And I encourage the president to also speak, to these issues. It will be confidence in the security forces. It will be confidence in the citizens. It will even deter those who are committed to doing these kind of things to be able to stop or minimize their action. I'm actually encouraging to do that.
Yeah, so the issue of dispensing justice has been one of the challenges in part of the current administration, and we have Liberians who are complaining that justice is not fairly distributed. What's your own view as it relates to the dispensing?
I think some of the concerns people are raising is if certain people for the ruling party, the ruling establishment, if they were to influence certain actions that may be contrary to the details of the law, they are handled leniently, and those outside of the ruling establishment, they are handled harshly. I think if this is occurring, then it's not fair.
Do you care to make any example?
I don't have to make an example. I don't have to.
Yeah,
but I made a general statement to say that the law should be treated. The law should treat everybody equally before its face. We should not have a leniency for one group of people against the other group of people. We shouldn't do that. If we do that, we are building up a tension of crisis and chaos in this country, and this country does not deserve it right now. We don't deserve it.
There's the issue, Senator, about pre-trial detainees and the overcrowdedness of the prison, the center there. What do you think is causing this problem?
This has been a long-standing problem.
Mm-hmm.
And we actually encourage the court system to be able to expedite the trials of those accused. We should also be able to assess the crimes for which people are in prison, and those that we should find a way. We should be able to find a way. If the judicial needs help from the legislature and from the executive branches of government, we should be able to step in and work with them to find a way to stop the overcrowdedness in our prisons before we have an epidemic that may have life-threatening consequences for our people.
Yeah, finally, with regards to the rule of law, the very court has complained that currently they face the issue of financial constraint, thereby stopping them from carrying on their fiduciary responsibility. And as a legislator, especially given the power on Article 38, where you appropriate, what do you think would be your own candid advice to the government with regards to treating the judiciary, given that it is a fundamental aspect of the governance system?
I believe the current situation to which you speak, it may not be an appropriation problem, but it could be what have already been appropriated, the judiciary may not be accessing it. So we need to improve on that. And that should be a responsibility that is exercised in the executive branch of government. The executive branch should help us, the Ministry of Finance should help us. So the judiciary will be able to access the funding appropriated. It needs to do a work so our court will function properly. Because when people are aggrieved, the last place to get relief is the court. We cannot afford to undermine the authority and the functions of the court.
Okay, Honorable, let me take you straight to tomorrow's encounter.